Welcome to Totally Naked Movie Reviews, where we take today's top movies, stripping them down to the bare essentials and exposing any faults they may have. Today is a fully clothed review for Spider-Man: Homecoming. So, when I came into this movie, I wasn't anticipating it too much. I mean, I like Spider-Man, I really do love him. But this is the sixth Spider-Man movie in 15 years. This is the third series that they've got going now. So I was feeling kind of Spider-Man fatigued. But this one set itself apart from all the other ones, and hell, it's part of the Marvel Universe now, so it made up for that. Let's just get into the review. Storyline, it's a very simple plot. You have the Vulture, who starts out the movie at the beginning of the movie. He is a scavenger combing through the wreckage of the big battle in New York from the first Avengers movie. But then he gets shit-camped in that job because of Tony Stark and his little company called Damage Control, which is from the comic books. And also, I thought it was pretty cool that they brought Damage Control in after they had introduced it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Usually with this Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movies introduce something and then it goes to the TV shows. Well, in this case, it was something from the TV show made it into the movies, further connecting the two. At least that's how I see it. Now, anyway, he gets shit canned for that. He gets mad and decides, you know what, I still got some of this alien technology. I'm going to put it to some good use. And he basically becomes an arms dealer and a thief who usually steals from these sort of superhero battles. It's sort of like, I think another example is the event of Captain America: Winter Soldier. They took Scallion, that big Pentagon-like building that got destroyed. They were also stealing stuff from that. And eventually Spider-Man sort of foils his plans, and the two of them come to battle. Now, Spider-Man, we see brief footage of him during the time that he was with Iron Man during Captain America's Civil War, and you kind of see behind the scenes of that, and how excited he is to be involved in that. And his storyline is he just wants to help out. He eventually sees how you've got these arms dealers operating in Queens, and he wants to, get involved with that. And the kind of conflict that puts him with Iron Man, who just wants him to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And that's basically the summary of the film. Arms dealers in Queens. And Spider-Man's got to stop him. Michael Keaton's playing another Birdman. So yeah, story-wise, okay enough, It's kind of different from all the other Marvel movies where the fate of the world is in peril. I mean, the Vulture's a threat, but he's not trying to kill everyone, except for, the Staten Island ferry scene. Anyway, let's get into the man himself, Spider-Man, Tom Holland. And I'm kind of mixed on his performance. I don't think it was Tom Holland, but definitely the character-wise, they had a lot where Spider-Man is just kind of annoying. Like, oh God, I want to be a part of the fight. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at this over here, like how they did in Captain America Civil War. It worked in Civil War, it doesn't work here, because this kind of comes off as annoying. But eventually he has to grow up, and that's some decent scenes from there. Also, Iron Man, kind of being a mentor, and then a stern father, that kind of worked. The Vulture, kind of mixed. As far as villains go, they've always had that problem with the Marvels. This one, he wasn't too bad, but eventually he kind of just reminded me of the Green Goblin from that first Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. And of course, spoiler alert, he of course has to have some sort of connection to Spider-Man. He can't just be a villain on the side. For a long while, that's how it looked, but then eventually they just sort of dropped this twist, and I was like, ooh. First, but then I realized, once again, that I'm not going to spoil what it is. Anyway, a lot of the side characters are pretty decent. I know coming in, I was kind of skeptical of how they had these characters, like Ned Leeds, and I'm trying to think what other one where they kind of Muppet baby the characters. Ned Leeds, and the character never went to high school with Spider-Man, but all of a sudden now he is, and it's the same thing with this MJ, Mary Jane. Suddenly she's in high school with him, though they did that in the Spider-Man Ultimate series. But I actually liked them. Ned, his sidekick, he had some of the best laughs. Zendaya is her name, playing Michelle Jones, possibly MJ. I liked every scene she was. She had this sort of no shit attitude, and if she turns out to be the next Mary Jane, I'd be okay with that. I do like her take on it. Just this character. Every time she's in, she just kind of cracked me up. She just didn't give a shit about anything, just in her own little world, and she just kept giving Peter Parker a hard time. I thought that Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei, was criminally underused. You don't see her in too many scenes, and she doesn't do anything. See who else? Yeah, that's about it. Everyone else, whatever character they played, are pretty good. I like the teachers. He had one coach played by Hannibal Buress, how clueless he was. We also get a few cameos from Captain America, which were unexpected, but well enjoyed. Overall feeling, I thought the fight scenes were okay. Nothing special, nothing we haven't seen. But Spider-Man doesn't do a lot of fighting in this, which makes sense because, I mean, he's just starting out as a superhero, and before he got bitten by that radioactive spider, he was a nerd, so why would he know how to fight? But when he does do some throwing down, it's pretty decent. All around, I paid $8.50 to see this movie. I'm gonna give it $7. Just taking $1.50 off because it wasn't, I don't know, the greatest Spider-Man movie in the world. But aside from that, it's a decent enough film. You should go out and see it.